of the artists going around the world. And I have been to Reggae Guild over there in Belgium. See 100,000 people in a park jamming to reggae music. We have never seen that in Jamaica, the home of reggae.
Well, the European market, they love reggae. And they love dancehall too, but reggae is their primary support. They support reggae festivals, and all those reggae festivals in Europe were based from the original Reggae Sunsplash.
So is it a pipe dream that I have when I said to people that thousands, if not millions, should be showing up in Jamaica if we were treating Reggae Month the way that reggae should be treated? I mean, in my and I am stuttering because I don't think it's an opinion that reggae is the biggest music on the planet. And if we were treating reggae the way that it was that it should be, millions would be in Jamaica in February for Reggae Month. Why not?
I agree. Say reggae is up there as one of the last genres created in the 20th to 21st century, in the 20th century. As you know, Jamaica created several genres. I mean,
yes,
from mento to ska
to dancehall,
to rock steady, to reggae, to dancehall, and now we are in a next phase, which the youths are trying to find a way.
Yes.
Yes. So reggae is up there. Reggae is respected. Reggae is respected at least as a Caribbean music that is being listened to all year round. Even in Trinidad, outside of Carnival, reggae and dancehall music is being played.
We were supposed to join Caribbean radio over there in the US Stingray, but yes, the conversation was so deep I forget to press play. Come call Brother Gary for me. Tell him something. I forget to press play. I just press it. Hold on there. Hold on the Stingray. Let me just get the engineer over there. Just deal with it. Just tell him something, forget to press play, but I press it now. Yeah, so we continue the discussion. We're talking to Stingray about Reggae Month in Jamaica. Yeah, so we're saying, why is it that millions are not in Jamaica for the Reggae Month? What kind of budget you use to promote Reggae Month abroad, if you have done any promotion abroad?
Well, we have partners in the diaspora. 3 years ago, the Bad Boys of Reggae, which is Inner Circle, partnered with us to start a Reggae Month in Florida, which will pick up traction this year. So we are partnered with Inner Circle, Ian Lewis, Roger Lewis of Inner Circle, and Tota Harvey of Inner Circle to promote Reggae Month in Florida. But we don't have a budget per se to promote Reggae Month around the world. We just promote it on using our social media to promote it annually, but we don't have a budget per se to say yes, we have a budget to promote our activities that we have. But we will get there though. We working on it.
And you don't know to what extent the government is doing that.
I don't think they are promoting it internationally. They promote the shows on their social media website. I don't think they have an international promotion, as you say, like a tourist board promotion on national TV in America. No.
My theme for Reggae Month is Reggae Month, Jamaica's biggest missed opportunity. I believe that this is an opportunity that we constantly miss year after year. Reggae music, as you said earlier, is one of the biggest promoters of Jamaica. It is reggae music that really build brand Jamaica. Yes, and the fact that we have a Reggae Month is quite appropriate. But if we treat it the way we are treating it, we'll never see the real benefits from a Reggae Month. And you're talking about somebody trying to do a Reggae Month in Florida. And if that is so, I am going to tell you that soon and very soon, that will be the Reggae Month.
Well, we are managing it because we are overseeing what.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Wednesday evening. Today is what? The 11th day? The 11th day of February. Good day for Jamaica as it relates to the under-17 reggae boys who have now qualified for the World Cup again. So the fact that we have qualified for the World Cup again, the under-17, we want to congratulate them. And, you know, we've been saying that we are losing our footballers is after this age, coming out of school, because our schoolboy football is really something to be proud of. But we lose them after that. And I think this is about the third time that our under-17s are qualifying for the World Cup. And we have been unable to send back a senior team to the World Cup since that time. So congratulations to the under-17. Information I have is that we beat Canada 3-1. And what we needed was a draw to qualify. So if we got a point from the game, but we did better. Just got a call that we win the game by 3-1. Congratulations to the under-17 reggae boys. And let me say it now and register it. What Jamaica needs to do for the next World Cup, because I now bet not even a cent against $1,000 that we are going to qualify this time around. It would be a miracle to beat the Republic of Congo. A miracle. Yes, me say it. And therefore, what we need to do now, you see this team here where I got the World Cup, this is the team with a few here and there, addition here and there, that should prepare for the next World Cup, the next 4 years. These under-17s, 4 and 7 will be 21, maybe 22, young and fresh. And if you have two exceptional bigger men, then you had them. But this should be the base of the team preparing for the next World Cup, because we're not going to make this one. Also want to congratulate the West Indies for winning 2 matches in a row. Was a good match against England. When we made 196, I said to myself that this, if we can't defend this, we can't go nowhere in the World Cup. And we defended it. We beat England by 30 odd runs today. Well done, reggae boys. I tell you, say on this program, we discuss religion, relationship, sex, politics, current event, governance, sports. We are versed like that. We're not average. But it's also a sad day for me. And that sad day started yesterday evening when a caller to this show said to me that a motion was moved in the parliament to remove Damian Crawford from the PAAC. When the caller said to me, my belly gripe me. But I said, let me go watch it. Because me I wonder where the Labour right them I try. So when I watch it, I still never get the fullness. So I had to make a couple of calls. And from those calls, I am even further disappointed. Further disappointed. from the calls. Because a lot of labor rights like to say that PNP will not form government again in Jamaica. And I like to rubbish it. And remind them that is 4 straight, is 4 love GLP did get at a time, And they came back. PNP now get 4 love yet. It's 3 love then get so far. Yeah? So, there's still hope. But what concerns me is that if the PNP is not in a place to take over the reins of government in Jamaica, then we can write off the country we name Jamaica. Write it off. And I am wondering what is happening in the party that I am a member of. And you see me? Me can talk. Me can talk. Because on the contrary to what some people think, including one idiot who used to be my friend, PNP has never done anything for Colin Bell. No political party. Never do nothing for me. In fact, I have done more for the PNP, than the PNP do for me. The only thing that Colin Bell has ever gotten out of politics, I got the opportunity, and read my lips clearly, and cut off this, and put it on your channel. The only thing the People's National Party ever done for me in terms of material gain, I have gotten the opportunity to buy a piece of land, to purchase a piece of land. PNP never lift a straw to help me get Boston Beach. You hear, boy? Nobody in the PNP assisted me to get the management contract for Boston Beach. Nobody in the PNP. And I said that here publicly. When Donald Rod was member of parliament and they were cutting up the lands in Fair Real Estate, Donald Rod sent in my name on his list because the MP got the opportunity to recommend, I think at the time it's about 30 odd people, to get lots to buy. Not free, not at a discounted price. And my name went in on the list that Donald Rod sent in. That's the only thing we me ever get. I may never get the land free. Me buy it. Purchase it. Yeah? So, me can talk. And I am asking the members of the People's National Party to stop putting no ego first and put Jamaica first. Put Jamaica first. Don't be like the labor rights. Don't be like the labor rights. We have never been that way as a political party. The PNP has always been the party to rescue Jamaica. And right now, Jamaica needs rescuing, so there's no time or place for selfishness and bickering in the PNP. Mark Golding is the leader. Yeah? One leader at a time. And I will address the labor rights them because I'm going to send a link to Conrad O'Brien because I want to invite Conrad to have a discussion this evening. Because people are out there talking about disunity. But right now, the kind of cascas in the GLP is worse than what is in the PNP. Because let me tell you something. You all realize that a member of the People's National Party, a councillor, a PNP councillor, is now the deputy mayor of the KCMC. Remember, you know, the two parties have the same amount of people in the KCMC. And the labor rights are so divided that they couldn't find space for one of them to become deputy mayor. You hear? It was so bitter in the Labour Party that one of them couldn't turn me deputy mayor. Because it was supposed to share. PNP must have the mayor because we have the majority vote. And GLP have the deputy mayor. And the GLP are so divided and bitter that they could even they could even get to choose one among themselves to be the deputy mayor. So all I know they were run up and a chat. Put that in on a pipe and smoke that. But I'm not leaving the PNP unscathed this evening. I tell you all the while, when I was a little boy growing up, I was very rude. And my mother used to spank my ass proper. Not because she never loved me, but because tough love is a thing sometimes we have to deal with. So this evening, we have to draw up the PNP, draw up the People's National Party, bring them to the front of the line. Yeah? Me not allow nobody to beat them. Me I beat them this evening. There is no space for bickering. This is what is out there. And I'm playing it because it's factual. I'm going to like it.
Name Damian Crawford be removed from the membership of the committee, and that the name Alfred Dawes be substituted thereof.
Let me tell you something. A Damian Crawford make me in a active politics. Yeah? So let me say that clearly. Damian Crawford make me get active in a politics and step out and say, I want to go in a representational politics. Seriously. Because I saw a man with vision.
Damian Crawford challenges Peter Bunting.
No. Chairman, I don't know if you can allow me to participate in the committee, but I find that you consistently answer the questions I'm trying to understand.
I have to maintain a balance.
I understand the balance, but if the PS don't have the answer...
It's difficult to ask the PS to comment on private
Chairman,
arrangement.
I'm trying to figure if there's going to be...
But we give guidance to persons
but
when they reach out.
Peter Bunting.
The PS couldn't know what the terms of these contracts are.
No.
Chairman, I don't know if you can allow me to participate in the committee, but I find that you consistently answer the questions I'm trying to understand.
I have to maintain a balance.
I understand the balance, but if the PS don't have the answer...
It's difficult to ask the PS to comment on private
Chairman,
arrangement.
I'm trying to figure if there's going to be...
But we give guidance to persons.
but
when they reach out to us, we give them the guidance that they need in terms of how they can
There are
proceed.
contracts for which acts of God have had an impact. Force majeure, I believe, is the term. There could be recommendations to these private persons as to how we would prefer for them to act. For these persons who would have broken contract and come back on within 2 weeks. There are some hotels that have indicated that they will not be opening for a year, indicating that persons who were normally independent might become dependent.
PNP removes Damian Crawford from POC.
I beg to move that at the next meeting of the House, I will move the following motion. Be it resolved with reference to the resolution approved by this honorable.
So, the party did not remove Damian Crawford. That's a lie. The party did not remove Damian Crawford from the PAAC. I can tell you that. The PNP did not remove Damian Crawford from the PAAC. And I can say that equivocally.
Damian Crawford from the PA. Did not just say that.
You understand what I say?
Crawford from the PA.
Obi, I hearing myself coming back through
Yes,
your...
I'm trying to start that, Colin. Yes. Good.
Right. So those of you who are out there saying that the PNP removed Damian Crawford from the PAC, that's a blatant lie. And I, Colin Bell, can tell anybody that. And that's how it go. We know it go. Obi.
Colin, good evening or good afternoon to you. Good evening to the folks down in the Eastern Caribbean. I think they're an hour ahead of us here in Jamaica. And of course, today is election day in Barbados, I gather.
Yes.
And
we're waiting.
It is
Motley to be returned as Prime Minister of Barbados.
Absolutely. Three terms on the trot. We expected Mayor to be there. But you know, Colin, I listened to your preamble, you know, or your opening commentary. And indeed, it's quite instructive. And like yourself, Colin, I have some great concerns about things that just emerged in the PNP yesterday, you know, as it relates to MP Crawford. And of course, the chairman of the PAAC, Peter Bunting. And like yourself, Colin, I can confirm that Damian was not removed by the PNP. Damian did not remove, in a sense. Damian basically have issues. And I will say this. I will say that if there's one person that I admire in the politics is Damian Crawford. And certainly, as I concur with you, Colin, that it is one leader of the PNP, and that man is Mark Jefferson Golden, Marky G, as I dubbed him. And certainly, I expect Mark Golden to be leading the party in the foreseeable future. I see Mark Golden taking the PNP into the next election, general election, unless the party decide and Mark himself decide that, listen, I lose the appetite for this and so on, because those things can happen. But as it is right now, I see Mark leading, and I'm seeing where Mark is basically becoming more and more owning his skill and sharper as the days progressive in the parliament. He knows it on his feet in the parliament than anybody else. As a matter of fact, he just can hold the paper with his left hand and just look at it, and it's all over in him basically, just put it right and send it back
I would want to say to Mark Golden, though, Obi, that the people of Jamaica, and I've gotten several calls today, the people of Jamaica want to see Damian Crawford on the PAAC.
No, man, and that's
I just want to say to Mark Golden.
Yeah.
I want to say this to Mark Golden.
Mm-hmm.
And Damian Crawford wants to be on the PAAC.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that.
Good. And I'm happy.
And let me just say, because somebody in the chat room is asking, so a Peter Bond to remove him. No, nobody, not the PNP, not anybody else, remove Damian Crawford from the PAAC. Right? Damian was uncomfortable, and Damian asked to be removed from the PAAC.
Go ahead, Colin. Conclude. Yeah, indeed, Colin, that is my understanding. However, what I am seeing, it is clear that the discomfort that Damian faces in the PAAC, I believe it could have been handled differently and avoid it reaching the point where Damien had to step away. And I'm going to basically call Peter Bunting to the front of the class at this time. The truth is that it makes absolute, and I understand him talk about see balance and all those sort of things.
I'm not calling Peter Bunting to the front of the class. Anybody I go and call to the front of the class is the party leader.
Well, all right. No, but why I said that is simply because if you, Peter is the chairman for the PAAC, and if you have, whether it is Damien, whether it is Nikisha, anybody at all, who have questions for persons who visited upon the PAAC, they should be allowed to answer the question. They don't need the protection from the chairman, as I understand it, because what sense would it make for me to invite persons to the PAAC and the member of the PAAC is not being allowed to ask the question, and the member who is there answer the question in their own words? Because we as the public here, we don't want to hear the chairman of the PAAC answer the question on behalf of anybody. We want the question that is asked by the member of the PAAC, including those questions that are expected to be asked by the chairman himself, to be answered by the persons who visited up on the PAAC. So those things need to be tied up, Colin. And again I concur with you. That the PNP really and truly has no room for error between now and when the next general election is called, if they hope to form the next government of Jamaica.
Listen, I am saying to the leader of the People's National Party, Sir Mark Golding, you're my brethren. You know me rate you. I'm saying to you, deal with the issue. Deal with the issue. You can. The people of Jamaica wants Damien on the PAC. Damien Crawford wants to be on the PAC.
AAC.
You know the issue, party leader.
PAAC.
The PAAC. Party leader, you know the issue. And I am asking you, like Bonnie Witter said to you, sir, as the leader of the party, put on your foot and lead the party. We now call nobody else to the front of the line, because in any family, OB, in any house, there will be differences and there will be issues.
Yes.
What makes the difference in the house is when the parent, who is the head of the house, and the man who are the head of the house is fair and can call a spade and can make a decision and can talk to all and sundry who lives in the house. The PNP is a big house with a whole heap of family members. Yeah? And in any family, when you have all 3 people in the family, there is issue in the family. Much less when you have 63 plus 200 and had more, plus thousands of members, there will always be issues. Party leader, you, sir, must be the umpire in the party. You, where everybody look up to, must be able to make decisions and make calls. And I'm asking you, party leader, to deal with this issue so that Damien Crawford remains on the PAAC. It is very few people that is detailed and ask the questions that Damien Crawford asked. Damien Crawford, for the benefit of the people of Jamaica, should remain on the PAAC. Go ahead, Obi.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And, you know, I mean, I have the greatest regard for Dr. Dawes and so on. But when the Dr. Dawes and Damien has two different styles. When you talk about the medical side of things and so on, Dr. Dawes is the man. Damien, in my view, is a little bit more comprehensive, more compact in terms of, more fluid and his feet to ask a wide range of questions. And Colin, it is important. The point you made just now is very, very important, primarily against the background of an argument that raises its head from time to time. We know say nothing no go so, but it's out there to say that Bunting basically is the man who making certain decision and all of those sort of things. It is primarily important for this to be fixed because it is seen as if what happened, Bunting has his way, Bunting have an issue with Damien being on the committee, and hence Bunting has his way and Damien is gone. I am not saying it is so, but perception is greater than reality, and that is the perception that is out there by a lot of people. So, Mark Jefferson Golden, you need to fix that. But Colin, listen, the PNP is in good stead and the PNP will deal with this. But I want to tell you something. A punkas over Labour Party, Papa.
Then that no. That the next part of the argument now, Obi. That is the next part of the argument because I realize that a lot of bloggers and yappers are out there talking about this issue. Tell us about the KSAMC. How now? Bless your true word, Shaka. How now? With the two party having the same amount of seat in the KSAMC, the PNP have the mayor and the GLP should have the deputy mayor. All of a sudden, the PNP have both mayor and deputy mayor. How that happen?
All right, Shaka. As you know, that based on the general election, right, you have two persons who were elected councillor who now were kicked up the value chain, as it were. You have Feder, that's Delroy Williams, and you also have Dennis Garden, who actually also kicked up the value chain by becoming member of parliament. So, in truth and in fact, while both sides still hold 19 seats apiece, but two of the persons are really absent in that they are not participating in council anymore. That is Delroy Williams and Dennis Garden. So it leaves...
Continue, go ahead.
Yeah, so it leaves both personnel with 18 apiece. Of course, the mayor take over the responsibility of those division, because whenever a councillor is not in, then certainly the responsibility goes to the mayor to basically oversee those division. Now, what happened, Colin? There was a jacking on the Labour Party side as to who should be the deputy mayor. So there was an active campaign taking place by two members of the Labour Party for them to be the deputy leader. There wasn't any consensus there. And as a result of that, all hell broke loose. Division, and I understand it, expletive flowed, and so on and so forth. And was wrangling took place. And as a result of that, people say, listen, them not going to the meeting yesterday when they knew that the deputy mayor was going to be selected. Absolutely. And as a result of that, they turn up woefully short. And the PNP did a very brilliant political move yesterday. They ensure that their members were in the council, in the majority, and hence they did the right thing. Because listen, we hear a man who was expected, wanted to be named as deputy mayor, a JLP councillor. He came out and started to accuse PNP as the PNP cannot be trusted and anything like that. But that's nonsense. You are voting for somebody to be a deputy mayor, and what is going to carry at the end of the day is the majority that is able to carry, and hence what's it, the young lady name? Oh gosh, but she emerged as the deputy mayor.
Lorraine Dobson.
Lorraine Dobson, absolutely. So Lorraine Dobson was nominated, and she was able to carry the 15 members
all the PNP councillors voted for her.
All the PNP councillors voted for her. The JLP was short by about 6. They were short by about 6. So hence the PNP basically did their homework, and that is it. So while we saw where something could have worked out a little bit more tidy, the PNP basically was clinical yesterday, and they pounced and they ensure that they now have full control of the KCMC, right? KCMC. So
word on the street that the Prime Minister is livid.
Absolutely. I can tell you this, Colin, that this is not no third rate or fourth rate or second rate information. This is information from the top drawer. I gather the Prime Minister is livid. The area council chairman is livid. That's
Desmond. Area council chairman, Desmond.
Yes, and I gather that the returned Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, who have recently returned from a bout of illness, who is the General Secretary, understand that he is livid. People have to say to him that, listen, calm down, remember that you have an issue and so on, so be easy. That is the information that I get that is coming out of the halls of the Jamaica Labour Party. The big question now, Colin, is which head and how many heads are going to roll for this?
Oh, yeah, right? Tala.
I go further. I go further. The First Lady.
Oh, yes.
She's not a happy camper.
No, she must be happy mad. She must be happy mad.
We are watching this one, Colin. We are watching with eager eyes, and we continue to plot the graph because our tentacles stretch very far, and we from time to time, Colin, have a fly on the wall.
This is one where you said to the labor right man, them where they have yap about. You see, Damian presentation in the parliament yesterday was second to none on the casino bill. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Was second to none on the casino bill. Clinical.
Absolutely. And hence, Colin, we're saying that, listen, the PNP, you cannot be afraid. Don't be afraid of your shadow. You can't be afraid of one of your own. Right? You can't have your batsman, your number one of your one down batsman, because let's refer to Mark Jefferson Golden as the opening batsman. Yeah. Damian is a Viv or a Lara. Your one down batsman. Those of us who play cricket know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, I top batsman come on number 3.
You understand?
Batsman. Yeah.
Right? And it's called one down because you lose the first wicket.
Yes, man.
He occupy the crease. So, you have to understand that is the mettle of a Damian Crawford. Damian Crawford, Colin, some of us are blessed that we can be in our conversation. Any conversation, and you can lead on anything. I tell you something. I'll share this with persons who may not aware. When the late Dr. Ken Rattray did the report for the Operation Pride scenario that had basically exonerated Dr. Carl Blythe, Conrad O'Brien, I was the person who was on air talking to Judith McLaughlin at the time, Diane Jackson Miller, who was the host of Behind the Headline on behalf of Dr. Blythe. I was his media liaison man who was dealing with that at the time. And I'll tell you this, Colin, I am blessed with the ability to basically scan a documents, and just basically analyze it. So some of us are gifted in that way. It's no, it's just one of them things. One of them things that happen.
And that's a gift we can also attribute to the party leader, Mark Jefferson.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And many others. So I'm saying that, listen, do not allow triviality to create divide in the party at this time. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing,
Absolutely nothing. And right now, all 28 is sitting with nothing.
There you go. So the PNP's job right now, Colin, is to preserve those 28. You're a countryman like myself, Colin. So we know, because we eat enough common fowl egg.
Yes.
Enough common fowl egg. So we know about the hen and the chicken. And when that hen has chicken, right? She would protect those chickens under her wings.
Yes.
That is the job of the People's National Party at this time, with these 28 seats that they have. Whether it is Nikisha Burchell, Zalika Jess, you're a member of parliament out of the East, the Isaac Bucket, any one of them, Bunty, every single one of them, they must be protected like the hen protecting her chickens.
And there's also a saying, Obi, coming from the old school, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bushes.
Absolutely. So those must be protected, Colin. And what the PNP should be doing in protecting those, they should be eyeballing the additional that they want to take them over the hump to form government. Because let's
the additional 5.
Absolutely. Let's face it, Colin.
Yes. Good evening.
Colin?
Yes.
Colin?
Yes.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, brother.
Good evening, Obi. How are you, Obi?
I am very well, my friend, nephew. How are you?
I don't know what happened to your program. When I try to get you, I just can't get you. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I called to make a correction.
Nephew, just a second, nephew. I think your number probably pop up on Colin's gadget. I'm going to ask Colin, through your permission, ask Colin to forward your number to me, and I will direct. I will sort that out.
Yes,
I'll sort
man.
that out.
Yes,
right?
man. Yes,
no problem.
Yes. What happened yesterday? Because I noticed, upset that the two parties have them bad color, but try to pretty it up on the PNP side and make it look so bad.
You hear me pretty it up? Me say the PNP not no space right now for no bickering. The bickering must stop, and I call the party leader, nobody less than the party leader, to the front of the line to fix it.
Me understand and me agree to work with you. But anyway, what happened yesterday, or the PNP end up with the deputy mayor, and I have to agree with you guys that the PNP were very smart.
Yeah, man, and the GLP, there's no unity in the Jamaica Labour Party at the councillor rank down there, so there's no unity. That's why them couldn't come. That's why, hey,
absolutely.
A bad mind, hold on, Obi, a bad mind, them one another, you know, because nobody don't want none of them to come to visit me, you know.
That's true, man. A bad mind.
That are the heart of bad mind.
That name bad man. That name bad man. Nephew,
What happened after you have the rules say the part when you have a tie, the party with the popular vote get the mayor and the other side get the deputy.
Yeah, man. We went through
that. That law only work in the general local government election.
Yeah.
Where the error made and the GLP has to take the blame is that when they named Delroy Williams, recommend that Delroy Williams become deputy Mia, it should have happened because they were earmarking him for to run in the general election.
No man, but a bad mind and Craven. A Craven Delroy Williams would not sit in the council and not be either me or deputy me and the too big.
And then now, he resigned now. So once he resigned, that law gone through the window. It come down to the councillors then voted for who to become deputy.
But each side still have the same amount of vote, nephew. So if the GLP, each side still have the same amount because Feder, Delroy Williams left the council, so did
but
our MP
Dennis Garden.
So Dennis Garden. So it still keep the balance. So if the GLP they never bad mind they one another, they would have still have the deputy mayor.
Colin, listen to this, no man. Listen, no man. If all the GLP 19 councillors they turn up and the PNP 19 they turn up, then the PNP would have voted for the PNP, the GLP would have voted for the GLP. The mayor would have the casting vote now, and the mayor would have still voted for the PNP.
No. No. That time now that time now you could have quarreled with the PNP and said them broke protocol because protocol states that the GLP must get the deputy mayor. So if the vote come there so now, then the PNP would have to basically easy and allow the GLP, but when you no have 6 people there because them bad mind them one another. Yeah? And then could decide, say, all right, make that man they go through. Them not
and that is why
that none of them not get it, the rest of them not come.
And that is why, Colin. That is why the councillor who was so livid yesterday, and he accused the PNP of not being able to cannot be trusted because what he wanted. He came there with the expectation that, listen, the PNP is just going to rubber stamp a JLP person. And no, and I saw it go, the politics now run the way the nephew.
Come right? With your team.
So the PNP had the JLP had the equal amount of members there. That time now they would work out a deal because they would say, all right, we have the equal amount, so we are going to continue with the convention of having the mayor and the deputy mayor and nephew. The mayor would have nothing not
but the PNP know that there was a bad mind issue in the GLP and them never want who forget it. The rest of them no want them get it, so they decide they now come a council meeting fi get it, and them not turn up fi get it.
Remember the issue there with Councillor Ennis. Remember the situation with Councillor Ennis from day one, you know. Remember that issue with Councillor with Mayor Ennis from day one, you know. Councillor Ennis from day one, you know.
Cause him did want the deputy mayor from day one.
Absolutely. When he threatened to basically walk away, and the female councillor basically came out and used no amount of expletive to describe Councillor Ennis. You remember that nephew? You remember that episode, nephew? Early in the piece? Nephew?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
You remember exactly what I'm saying, right? The situation with Councillor Ennis, and when the female councillor was so livid, she was captured on social media, cursing out Ennis and so on.
What caused Davian Crawford to move from that committee now? What caused that?
He was uncomfortable. We said that already. He's not comfortable, so he decided to walk away.
Yeah, what caused him to uncomfortable?
All right, let me explain it. Let's see if we can explain it to nephew. Nephew, the PAAC, as you understand it, is one of the committee where persons are brought to the committee to answer a wide range of questions. The PAAC is chaired by one Peter Murcott Bunting, the MP for South Manchester. Now, Damien, as you know, basically is very clinical, has a lot of questions to answer and so on. Damien is of the opinion, based on what we're gleaning, that he is not allowed.
All right. Yes, I'm upon list. Yeah.
Yes. Good. Damien is of the opinion, as I understand it, that he is not allowed. That the person, when he asks the question, the person is not allowed to answer, and go further. He's also not being allowed to ask or to flow as he would want to, because, and it's as if the chairman Bunting is putting a bit of spoke in his wheel. So, so that's my understanding of the whole thing. And certainly Damien is not one of those persons where you are going to basically muzzle, as it were. therefore, but as you said, Colin, and this is information for nephew, as you said, Colin, and I concur, that listen, it didn't have to come to this, in our opinion. It should be something that handled from the top leadership of the party, and a situation worked out that one of his best batsmen is allowed to stay on the pitch and score some runs, some centuries.
And I'm calling again on the leader of the party to deal with this matter as the leader of the party. And as Bonnie Witter said, put on your foot and lead. I leave it right there. I know I've not more to say about this. I say my piece.
Yes, I think we have said our piece, Colin. Colin, today, one of my caller, one of my very, very faithful caller. He is from the constituency of Southeast St. Andrew. That's Delroy Chuck's constituency, or we could say that it's Stacey's Knight's constituency. And he called me every day, sometimes 2 times a day, and so on. He called, right? Africa asked a question today about recent updates as it relates to houses, to housing for the people who have been devastated by Hurricane Melissa. He asked if there was any update in the parliament yesterday on it, and so on. And he's asking, why are we not hearing the PNP calling for an update on that? I really was able to answer him in the way to say, what I know is that the $75,000 to $500,000 is being rolled out, and we also understand that there was 5,000 containerized homes that were being procured to come out of China. We have not even got an update on that since. So I don't know, Colin, if you, from your side, if you have spoken to anybody or so on, and what is the latest on how the people will be rehoused down there in the constituencies that have been so devastated.
I know there was a press conference today. I never get a chance to check in on it. I will basically check in on it tonight to see what come out of that press conference, because I am seeing something coming out saying telecommunications minister says he accepts Auditor General's position about procurement breaches in relation to the acquisition of Starlink devices.
So has he apologized?
I don't know. This is just a news clip I am getting. I am seeing the IRFM logo at the top of it. I don't know if it's legitimate, so I will definitely go and watch that press conference that took place today.
Yeah, I'll check it. I'll watch and check myself for tomorrow broadcast at 9 o'clock.
Before I let you go, there was something in the news this evening, and I want you to listen to the headlines. The headlines coming from RGR Communications Group. Listen to this.
Wednesday, February 11, 2026. Foreign Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith says the government is monitoring the fuel crisis unfolding in Cuba and the impact on Jamaican students. The government says there is no movement from the U.S. towards resuming processing of immigrant visas. Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions accuses the Finance Ministry of withholding benefits due to public sector employees.
This one.
Police Commissioner vows to continue targeting gangs and gang leaders. In business news, leading BPO executive says stronger dollar hurting BPO earnings, slowing industry growth. Wednesday, February.
Stronger dollar hurting BPO's earning.
That
is the one that I'm concerned about.
And earning and growth.
Yes.
Earning and growth. You see, Colin, the reason why this is hurting the BPO sector is that there's no real production that is backing it. Because if there was a situation where we were having real production and that is being driven because our export is up and all sorts of things, then certainly the BPO wouldn't even have a legitimate point to come out and say that. But what the BPO sector is picking up, Colin, is clearly that they have been being stifled at this time by virtue of government policy. Because
or the lack of government policy, because the Bank of Jamaica do this.
Absolutely, Colin, because here it is. As we talked yesterday when Raleigh was on, we asked the question, what would have basically, and Portmore, I know he's probably saying, no, Portmore, he called me yesterday, his question is, what is responsible for the driving or the revaluing of the Jamaican dollar? There is absolutely no good reason, Colin. This basically reminds us as back in the 80s or so, when the dollar was artificially being held at 550. So here is it. And as we posited the view yesterday, Colin, that this seems to be a situation that is basically carved out for the oligopolists to basically make some money. Because what happened here is it. We have a situation where the dollar moved down rapidly, revalued. People go out and basically mop up, buy as much as those dollars at that rate. And then all of a sudden the dollar shot back up again. So that money that they bought at the lower rate, they hold that, and then they come now and sell that back into the market and make billions of dollars. That is what is happening.
Something funny. Something is funny. Something is funny. Somebody is getting wealthy on the back of the hog. Yeah? Also, Obi, yesterday I spoke to Stingray, the head of Gyria.
Yes.
And he's telling us that they are not in concert with the government as it relates to Reggae Month. The government doing their thing, they are doing their thing. Hence, Reggae Month is fragmented. Not his words, my words, those. A house divided by itself can't stand. What is the difficulty? What is the difficulty with the government working together with the people them who start Reggae Month? What is going on there?
Well, I don't know, Colin, if basically the government want to claim bragging rights or what. But in this thing, there should be no bragging rights. What we should be doing is basically looking at the coordination with the people who have started this and so on, and see how best we can leverage all of that so that Jamaica would be able to be boasting this month as a windfall month for Jamaica, for boosting of the Jamaican economy, such as we're seeing in the United States when after Sundays, oh my goodness, after Sunday's activity there, where they are talking about the amount of money that basically came into the United States economy.
Because of the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl. That's a one-day event. We have one whole month celebrating Reggae Month. So every single day in February, the 28 days of February, we should be having event that basically bring in foreign exchange into Jamaica's coffer, and indeed the local people would also be driving the economy as well, by virtue of even the corn man, the cane man, every single person, the tradesmen who would be out there, as you know it, Colin, to set up the various structure for the various events and so on. All of those things which would be seen. So to the government at the point, it begs the question, why Babs the Grange as the line minister, who herself would have basically some management or so on within the reggae and dancehall industry. And remember, she was the person who was Shabba's manager early in the piece and so on. So what is happening? What is happening? And as I heard Stingray yesterday talk about it, and it really pains my heart, because he's saying that not even the blessing, they're not getting the blessing of, say, the tourism ministry and all of that, that would be a catalyst to drive this reggae month, in terms of Eddie's a man who understands promotion, going across the world, promoting the event and so on, and have as much people as possible come into Jamaica for this, Colin.
Obi, in the chat room, when you get off, in the chat room, there's a message from Clarky 3434. And Clarky, I have been trying, but you know, there are some issues where we have to sort out, because as we are on, we always say to people, check out OB channel, like and subscribe, you know, and there are some issues with that. So when you come off OB, I want you to look on the message there, and then me and you can have a discussion about that issue that Clarky is talking about. Able to watch the broadcast after you come off of your channel.
Oh,
yes. And it's something that you and I have been talking about. So Clarky, it's something that I am me dep on the case. Also,
thank you very much, Clarky.
Also, this one another message now say, Portland Spice live stream. The treasury is now flooded with borrowed money. So there's a lot of liquidity in the system that is driving the revaluation of the dollar. No. The borrowed money is what is propping up the NIR, the National Reserve. That is where the borrowed money go. And then the Bank of Jamaica now is using that borrowed money to intervene in the exchange market. So the borrowed money no mean you have to intervene to the level that the Bank of Jamaica has been intervening in the market. You understand? The borrowed money should be held as a security to say to the people that, yes, we have resources. So you don't have to rush the dollar. Make the dollar stay, as Raleigh said, anywhere between 160, 165. But that's the decision of the central bank, because we have a weak finance minister who is not putting in the policies to direct the central bank. And somebody said yesterday, Obi, that anytime Fayeval is going to talk, the prime minister is in the parliament. If Fayeval not talk, him not there. Once Fayeval talk, the prime minister is always there. What is that saying?
I think, Colin. Before I address that, I think what you read from the text just now. The text is pretty much saying the same thing that you are saying, Colin. It's just that he put it a little bit different, because he is alluding to the fact that the reason why the dollar is revaluing and so on is because of the influx of that money that is coming in and going to the BOJ. But of course, you're also positing the view that the BOJ is using the money in the wrong way. They're using
it to they don't have to be intervening in the market the way they are.
Yes.
They don't have to be intervening that way. So the money not necessarily mean that they have to use it that way. But Obi, we're gonna run. Give thanks.
Yeah, but just a thing and what you said about the PM with Fayeval.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened, Colin? You know, you see, there are times when you are doing something, or you're going to do something. Let's say your son, your child going to do something, or a family member or a friend. Yeah. But you're not so confident in the friend. You're not so confident in the friend or the child. So what you do, you ensure that you are there, so you are able to prop up the friend or the child. And certainly that's certainly what we're seeing coming from the PM. So the PM is ready to pounce once favor is there and not carrying out what she's supposed to, because it is said, Colin, that the PM is the de facto minister of finance.
Of finance, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. All right,
Respect.
a little more. We talk.
One love.
Yeah, man.
Bless you.
Conrad O'Brien, New Start 93 FM. Check out him YouTube.
Sleek Radio. 93 FM, yes.
Yes. Sleek Radio it is. All right. We have to remember that. All right. So, right now, yesterday we never get to finish up with Ralston Iman. So we have him on the line. Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
I hope we are a little better today. Raleigh, we hear a piece of newscast coming in from RGR, the business news, saying that the BPO, hold on, let me see if I can get it up.
Of withholding benefits due to public sector employees. Police commissioner vows to continue targeting gangs and gang leaders. In business news, leading BPO executive says stronger dollar hurting BPO earnings, slowing industry growth. Wednesday, February.
Stronger dollar hurting BPO's earning and slowing their growth.
Yeah, man. I'm not telling that already, man. The man, them are foolishness, the man.
So, them never know said this would have happened.
Well, I don't know what them know, because we can't believe them under that, and not only the BPO sector, it's every other sector, tourism, every other sector, because you can't just artificially move the currency from one point to another. A foolishness, them do.
Because you also said that it would mess up our export.
More expensive, and lead to less exports. Where exports which are already declining. So what is going to do is to widen the trade and current account deficit and force them to use the reserves when they never need to do that.
And the reserves that they are using to intervene in the foreign exchange market, is that a compulsory something that they have to do, or the Bank of Jamaica is an a frolic of their own?
They are on a frolic of their own. They are doing it. There's no need to do it. What them try to use it to defend, what them should do is use it to defend the currency at 160. Sit down with the Bankers Association, sit down with the Minister of Finance, and reduce the interest rates to provide a stimulus to the economy, and at the same time getting the bankers to reduce the interest rate, because the asset tax, as I'm saying to you, 0.5% of the assets of the bank is only 13 billion. So the minister could have even say, all right, we're not going to the full amount this year, we'll cut it to 0.25%, which would bring it down to 6.5 billion or $7 billion. Them don't know what they're doing.
So why isn't that the government set some policy that gives the Bank of Jamaica some guidelines? Can't they do that?
Of course, the minister can always call in the governor and say, let's sit down and deal with this problem, because we have a national catastrophe and we need to rehabilitate the economy. What the Bank of Jamaica is doing is helping to keep the economy in contraction and stagnation, because they are still mopping up liquidity and they are overvaluing the currency. Today they wanted to mop up 24 billion. They got $40 billion.
Hello.
Some money that should be in the economy, investing in energy, investing in infrastructure, is sitting in the Bank of Jamaica's vault, and they're paying 6% per annum on it. And at the same time, they're also overvaluing the currency and causing export sectors to lose money.
How much have they mopped up since the year start, Raleigh?
Well, the amount mopped up as of today is $123 billion.
$123 billion that we should have seen being invested in the Jamaican economy.
Yeah, man. Because they have enough reserves now to defend the dollar at 160.
Right. So nobody should be running down the dollar now, because we have enough foreign exchange.
Precisely, and there's still more to come, because we still get the remaining 3.2 billion in borrowed money, and there's a whole 2.4 billion that I'm talking about in private flows. So right now, there's no foreign exchange shortage problem that will prevent you from bringing interest rates down.
Right. So if there's no foreign exchange shortage, why is the Bank of Jamaica still intervening in the exchange market?
That is why we need the governor to explain. Why is he still mopping up liquidity? Why is he still intervening in the foreign exchange market and artificially appreciating the value of the Jamaican dollar?
With the voodoo economics.
Yep.
Somebody said to me,
go ahead.
No, you finish your thought.
And another piece of voodoo economics we're hearing is that the American King is telling the government to raise taxes after the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. Who is going to pay the taxes and what is it that we're going to tax?
Yes, somebody just put it in on the message that Damian King believes new taxes are likely to return in the 2026.
Yeah, man, he's recommending it. Yep.
And you are not?
No, that is the biggest piece of garbage you could ever hear. Who's going to pay the taxes? What is it that they're going to tax? Everybody broke off for Hurricane Melissa, including the government, that they have to turn to external sources to get money. So who you have a tax? Tell me, what is it that you're going to tax?
Or what new tax you going to have?
I don't know, because I can't see nothing that they could tax.
So this is the year that the government need to come to the parliament and say no new taxes.
Precisely.
And not just that, they must also say no increase in taxes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Garbage, man.
But Ralston, if there's no new taxes, no increase in taxes, are we likely to see a balanced budget this year, or the budget is going to have serious shortfall?
Them have a whole heap of, what I'm saying to you, any shortfall they have, them have a whole heap of borrowed money that can plug that hole.
Right.
Why think them have borrowed this whole heap of money? So why go borrow a whole heap of money and then they have a tax rate at the same time? That don't make no sense.
But how we going to pay about them loan the rally? Fine.
Well, that's the point I'm making. If you don't have a growth strategy and you have borrow and then tax, borrow and then tax mean more stagnation and more depression. So of course it's that.
I'm not going to keep you long on this rally. I test out the phone this evening. What else you want to say to us this evening? You get cut off yesterday before we wanted you to go. So go ahead and tell me all what you need to tell me this evening.
The entire Jamaica must reject the proposal about new taxes. What we must call upon the governor of the Bank of Jamaica and the Minister of Finance is to sit down with the Bankers Association, reduce the interest rates, and reduce the asset tax, and provide a stimulus program for the economy so that we can start growing again and generate the foreign exchange that is needed to pay down this massive debt burden that we are taking on. New taxes is going to lead to further contraction, depression, hopelessness, and criminality. Nobody can afford any new tax in Jamaica at this particular point in time. And we're saying to the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, stop pursuing these demand management policies where you're mopping up liquidity, taking money out of circulation, when you should be putting money in circulation by reducing the interest rate and then using the massive reserves that you have now and the reserves to come to defend the dollar.
And mobilizing more investment in the country.
Precisely. That's what we're talking about. We need investment and growth now. We don't need taxes on contraction. We're calling the Jamaican people to wake up, because if them continue in this direction, they're going to squander your children's future, leave them with a heavy debt burden, and less growth and infrastructure.
All right, my brother.
That's what I said. Yeah, man.
Give thanks. If there's anything, I will call you back.
Yeah, man. All right.
Blessings.
Yes.
Sounds better. So we're working out a system to ensure that we can have on Ralston the way we normally have him on. Clean and now the whole heap of itch. You know? Because we like quality broadcasts. That is what we're offering. We want to open the phone lines to all the listeners and the viewers at this time. 876-804-7072. If there's anything that we need to call back Ralston about, we will call him back. We're talking about growth. How the country can grow. Yeah? What it is that the government needs to do to grow the country.
We're not producing how the US dollar is beating our dollar bad. Comrades, the creative industry that you call the orange economy, and PNP must take it up. Because if it is the orange economy, It's our economy.
Hold on. The GLP government must take it up now. The orange economy, Andrew Holness. Somebody call Andrew Holness and tell him that we know how to grow the Jamaican economy.
The creative industry is sports, entertainment, the visual and the performing arts, film. This industry is valued $3 trillion a year US. I don't know how much Jamaica make it from it. The Minister of Entertainment and Sports in her last budget presentation said Jamaica make $2.2 billion from the creative industry. That's 0.004% of the $3 trillion. I am saying, comrade leader, that the People's National Party within our first term must aim to get 1% of that $3 trillion. 1% of $3 trillion US is $30 billion. It is $4.6 trillion. Jamaica will become a wealthy country under the next People's National Party. So young people,
Mr. Prime Minister, that is not yo. I am saying 1%. But let's even take it down to 1/4%. A 1/4%, Mr. Prime Minister. Yeah? $7 billion annually. The country can earn $7 billion US annually if we do the right things, invest in the culture and the creative industry. What would that investment look like? 50 billion Jamaican dollars over 3 years. And after that 3 years, Mr. Prime Minister, then you start see that earning of $7 billion US. And during the time that you're spending that $50 billion, money going come in. That's how the creative industry work. It's not like you build a house and you build it for 3 years and not now come. Once you start, because already we are earning from the culture and the creative industry in Jamaica. We are earning. Just that we're not earning what we can or what we should. But if you start that kind of investment, doing the things that's supposed to be done, exporting culture, then you see money that will come to you. But, Mr. Prime Minister, nobody on your choir understand it. Nobody on your choir. We can love Babsy all we want. She doesn't understand it. Who you put as our junior minister don't have a clue. Yeah? You said any good ideas, you are willing to take it up if it will benefit the country. I am positing that the culture and the creative industry is Jamaica's best opportunity right now. There is nothing that Jamaica have right now that can turn the economy around quicker than the culture and the creative industry. So, you're on the pulpit and you're preaching, looking at the choir that is saying, yeah, yeah, but nobody on the choir can even give you another scripture to read. Somebody send this to Babsy. I'm going to play something else. And I want to send it to Babsy. Jamaica don't need to build no Walk of Fame or no Hall of Fame. It's Reggae Month, you know. And that's why I'm focusing on the opportunities created by reggae music. Is reggae music started brand Jamaica. And here is something big to advance the welfare of Jamaicans.
It's owned by the government of Jamaica under the Act for...
Start from the top.
Comrades, Comrade Knight, Navy Island is 78 acres of land. It is sitting idly there in Port Antonio. It is owned by the government of Jamaica under the auspices of the Port Authority. I want us to build a reggae park on Navy Island, a 5-star reggae.
Hold on. This was December 2023 that I made this speech. December 2023.
Comrades, Comrade Knight, Navy Island is 78 acres of land. It is sitting idly there in Port Antonio. It is owned by the government of Jamaica under the auspices of the Port Authority. I want us to build a reggae park on Navy Island, a 5-star reggae hotel. You name the rooms after the reggae artists, the Bob Marley Suite, the Rita Marley Spa, the Judy Boa Spa, the Beanie Man Bar. Hold on. We're going to put a statue of all reggae icons on the island. Digitize the statue. So when you go over Navy Island, you swipe your credit card, plug in your thumb drive, download the digital content from the statue, so you leave with digital memorabilia. It is time for vision to move our people from street side greetings to business meetings.
So, there you have it. There you have it. Make up your mind, Mr. Prime Minister. Make up your mind if you want to grow the Jamaican economy, or if you want to continue borrow and be a slave to the lender. From me, I got school, which my school days, I got nearly 40 years ago now. Long time, my school days. We were told that our people is our greatest asset. And from them time till now, past and present government have failed to put the people of Jamaica to work. What is it that the people of Jamaica wants to do most? Yeah? Most persons in Jamaica are creatives. Remember me tell you that. Most of our people are creatives and want to participate in this industry.
Colin?
Yes, Carla, go ahead.
Mr. Colin, good night.
Good
How
night.
are you?
I am good.
Mr. Colin, and you don't want Jamaica to grow. Jamaica has so much resources. Where in Jamaica can be better in exporting. And no matter how you talk, others talk, proposals are made, him sit on same way. Put the farmers to work. Put the country to work. But you don't know why I know I do that, Mr. Colin?
Why?
It's when them export, I saw them get for thief the money. In exporting,
you mean when they
some of the money put aside.
Import?
When them import, sorry.
Yes.
When them import. Yes. Yes, when them import. Thanks for the minor move pass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get to thief.
Yes, and them friends, get
right.
rich. Them give them friend license for carrying all kind of crap in the country. And they all get rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's not going to want to do that. But, I mean, the people too does not understand what is going to happen to them in borrowing the money to pay it back. this is going to go from generation to generation to pay back this loan.
Well, that's where you just asked Ralston a while ago. How are we going to pay back these monies that we are borrowing?
How? I don't think they understand it yet. I don't think they're thinking critical to know that all of this lie on their shoulder and them children. And that's one of the reasons they should get up over their rump and go demonstrate peacefully and make Anjit no say it can't work no more. Because guess what? They are collecting so much money. You see them increase 200% one time.
Yes.
And they sit, all these parliamentarians, sit down and not doing anything for the country to progress. And it's taxpayers' money paying them the huge salary. The people are not thinking what is going to let Jamaica people come to the realization that they will be poorer and poorer every day. Them sleep and wake when it can be better.
And that's why I'm
them
asking. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking all supporters of the government and all the bloggers and the vloggers who are out there defending the government. Fine. Let's talk about the performance of the government as it relates to the Jamaican economy. What has the growth of the Jamaican economy been since the GLP has been in power? What is the average growth? Put that on the table, all I know, and have a discussion on it. And when you're done with that, tell me that the government is doing well.
Yeah, I think they keep saying this nonsense. 1 p.m. Jamaica best prime minister. When I hear that thing, it's Colin, it makes me so angry inside. You want to tell me you live in Jamaica and you see what is happening and you're coming to say, no matter how patriotic you are to your party, you could eat a wicked to be saying is the best prime minister.
But maybe they're not seeing it, you know. Maybe they refuse to see.
What do you mean Colin said they not see it?
There's a saying that says there's none so blind than he that refused to see, you know.
Because say this and give somebody else a chance. Colin, they are not paying taxes. The parliamentarians, they're not paying no tax.
Yeah, man,
and
they
them
pay
get
tax.
them salary big, no fluffy.
They pay
so
tax.
Therefore, they pay tax?
Yeah, man, parliamentarians them have to pay tax, man. Once you earn over a certain amount, you have to pay.
I never know that new to me. I never know that one. Let me ask you something too.
Them pay all income tax.
Them pay light bill? Them pay light bill?
Oh, you mean they must pay light bill? Of course. They pay.
Them pay what?
Yes, they do. They do.
Well, thank you for that one because I'm always
they pay
of
taxes.
the notion that they don't pay any bill, any taxes.
Once you earn over, what is it? Where is it? Where is the tax threshold now? 3 million or is over 3 million. Once you earn over 6 million, I think, you have to pay taxes. And that's why the Integrity Commission really peruse their statutory filing, because they also have to file to the Integrity Commission to show how much money they make, where they make it from. And that's why the Integrity Commission flagged the Prime Minister, because the explanation from the Prime Minister of where he have $400 million passing through certain account, the Integrity Commission was not satisfied with his explanation. That's how the Integrity Commission could have tell you, say, over $4 million was lodged in the Prime Minister's account by unidentified sources. That's how the Integrity Commission could have tell you, say, the Prime Minister used charitable funds to buy stocks and bonds. Because him have to present all him stuff what him do every year to the Integrity Commission. And the laws of Jamaica says that when the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition submit their statutory filing, once it is certified, a summary ought to be made public to the people of Jamaica for our perusal. It's a very long time we don't see a summary of Andrew Holness's filing.
Thanks for this teachable moment. I am always thinking and believing that they do not pay any tax.
No, man,
Thank you for this
they pay
teaching.
more tax than me and you. Because their salaries up there. Yeah, so them pay a big piece of tax. I mean,
all right, let me say this and get off the phone. Well, it's like how Andrew buy nationwide. Andrew only buy nationwide.
Where you get that from?
A
propaganda you spread. Stop spread propaganda upon the dread because the dread don't have no 40 leg in a email. This if we stop spread propaganda upon Andrew.
He better pay that tax there when Cliff use owing and better clear up that, you know.
Cliff use what tax? Cliff use what tax? We never know.
Oh God.
Later.
All right.
Blessings, my dear. Utala. He's out. Welcome.
Yes. That's good evening, sir.
Well, go on, brother.
Me, you touch on a topic is a positive topic.
Which one I topic?
For instance, the government not investing in people and I fax me all the talk about all the while.
Yeah, man, the government not investing in the people.
If you're not investing in people, you know you think the country go backward instead of go forward. Remember, you know, the people in the country make a country work, you know. And without the people, the country can't move.
What I learned in school, over 30 odd years ago, nearly 40 years ago, is that the people is the greatest asset that a country
has.
That's it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't...
So go ahead.
If you're not investing in your assets and protecting your asset and ensure that your asset earn for you, then what you do?
That's the key point about it. So you use the people and use the resource we have in your country. And then your country can move forward, brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you commit creative. You commit creative way. You use a resource first, so you have in your country, and you commit creative way. Get people to commit creative way, and you can create a way for the people in the countly. And then that's how your country grow, brother. Without that, your country going backward. So at a long time, I watch it from day one. So they don't invest in them people, brother.
So as a leader of the country,
Jamaica. So what about the people?
As a leader of the country, you have to look for your people now and say, what is it that my people are good at? What is it that if me give my people the opportunity, they will excel and take this to the top so that the country can earn from? That's what you have to do.
That's it. Yeah.
Every Jamaican believe them a star, you know.
Everybody.
Everyone. About, man?
And I always say the word that too. I'm going to tell the word that too. Plenty of people use the word and say, the person without the education, them literate. But I know it's not a context. Everybody comes to this world for a purpose. But everybody's purpose is different.
One of the
and the reason I use this word is not everybody get privileged to go to school properly. And you still have children still go to school properly and not take indication properly neither.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some still go to school and waste some time. While some people make me for the privilege what them get. But it's not every children get that privilege to go to school properly. Come and tell you something, I always look for that you growing up. Education come by resource. Resource mean money and what you can do. It's not about money alone. And money alone make you work, like make your life work. It's what about you stand for as a human being and what you go about life and deal with things in the right context and the right way and deal with people with principle. You have a thing in life we have in the name. Principle is a thing like this. It goes a far way and love. Me have to love myself. Now I can love my brother and sister.
Yes.
If I go say me love, and then the idea I love myself, or I love my brother and sister. I have to love start from me first, no brother. Before I can love my brother and sister.
Yeah, man, you have to love yourself. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody.
And love is an action word too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Love is an action word. Just like you see government, for instance, I go in a parliament for 10 years, I look for that as an example. God bless you. See what I show what I do in the couple road. What me say? In no hospital, in no school. We say that is what the people in the country get benefit from. You make couple police station, which is not wrong with the police station yet. But you mean that thing which is school or hospital, you know, people have to use every day.
And not just those. You have to create certain institutions.
And you have to make factory. As I mentioned about the people first, you have to make factory. factory, mean you use your mango, your fruits, everything, and create way for people in the I just say at the start from the people first. Create way for people that people can get work, that we can look out for a brother and a sister, and we can look out for children. Because anytime we do anything wrong, you know, you think we feel it now? You wait out of free picnic and we picnic then come. And them I feel after, you know?
Yeah, man, you see.
When the country go backward now, you think what happen? And we have put the children under pressure.
Because we are digging a hole for our children right now, you know, and dear children. We're digging a major hole for them right now. And if we don't careful,
you know what I mean?
if we don't careful, they might use we start full the hole.
And that's not good. That is not good. You know what I mean? Me I say this, bro. I still going to get up people coming. I'm going to tell you something in life. I always observe. I always use relative. You see, from day one and start go IMF for borrow money, brother. You see the first money them borrow?
Yeah.
Use my money in a resource. Make the first hotel out of the first money you go borrow. You know what I mean?
Right
and so
now,
you
though.
And go 3/4 of the hotel should have owned by Jamaican people, brother.
It's not hotel we need right now. We don't need hotels right now. We have enough hotel, and there are investors who will build more hotels. And if you realize the money that we're making from tourism can't take you out of the hole. Can't take you out of the hole. Because most of the hotels in Jamaica are owned by foreigners. And therefore, most of the profit, most of the profit go away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zin? The government need to start build sound stage. I don't know if you know what is a sound stage. The government need to start build more studio. Yeah? I'm now going to explain right now what a sound stage is.
No, you mean, brother? You come right back down to us. You come right back down with we.
You understand what
I'm saying? We in the country,
the government need to start get to a place where we can start exporting the rich cultural heritage that we have in our country.
That's it, brother.
The country is short on export. As me say, we're short on export. We need to start export. We have to earn we way out of the problem where we're in. You understand?
That's the key.
So we have to have something now to sell. What is it that we can compete in selling? We can compete in a coffee. But the government is not investing the amount of money in the coffee where the coffee need. So that we can, right now we are earning about $20 million a year from coffee. The Coffee Growers Association, they are saying that if the government spend an next $300 million in the coffee, we can start earning $100 million US. I am also saying to the government, if you invest $50 billion in the culture and the creative industry over 3 years, after 5 years, we can start earn $7 billion US annually from the culture and the creative industry. And that's what the money there.
Yeah, and come back to this just mention about coffee. You know one thing I always look into. What about when the mango time come and smoke mango waste on the ground? What about they go and try to create a way like
plant some more
juice
mango.
And those things?
Let me tell you something.
Too much things are wasting our country, brother.
We have to plant
some. Juice too. Some things
we have to plant some more mango. We have to plant more mango. We need to plant more breadfruit. We need to plant more coconut. We need to plant more ackee and more pear. Those are some of the crops that are lifelong crops. Yeah? That are always in demand. But the government is not focused on anything of the sort. The government is focusing on borrowing and hype.
And
that can't help
with. Country, brother. That way you borrow. When you borrow, you think you put the country back way and put the people in the country back way. That not benefit none of the long run. And it's so far repeating them when you come.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Later.
Give somebody else a chance, brother. Take care and take my call and go and continue to do the good work you do. All of you.
One love and thanks for the call. 876-804-7072. That's the number to call if you want to participate in the show. This evening we're talking about, as I said, my theme for the month of February is Reggae Month, Jamaica's biggest missed opportunity. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Bell.
Welcome.
First time on your program, but I listen to your program all the while. But first time calling. You know, I'm asking if I could use your forum to just say something about the wharf. And I'm asking you, please, if you could call on the opposition leader or somebody on the PNP side in authority to check out what is going on the wharf. Because I have barrels from December and until now I can't get them.
Me have a brethren who called me the other day about the same thing. That him have some barrel when him ship from England, come at Jamaica, and are gone back to England and not get the barrel them. We also hear the wharf people are announcing that people must come get them barrel because there's a big clog up at the wharf with the amount of barrels that are there. How many times you have gone there for your barrel?
I have called them, but they said the barrel don't strip as yet. It is there, but it don't strip. And as called to them, you can't really go there unless them call you. That's what they are saying. And you know, it's just foolishness and a be a scamming and thieving out a barrel, full barrel come and people are collect half barrel and all of them stuff. Then it is so hard. If people work their money and pack the barrel and send down, and when you get the barrel, you get half barrel and quarter barrel. And
so all them say a lie, Bourgeois tell say them take away him things them.
You understand?
You mean people that nobody not take not a barrel? Lie.
Mr. Bell, I am telling you. Mr. Bell, let me tell you something. As far as what me say is like the securities are probably a part of the scheme out there, because I can see you have security on the wharf and so many people have been complaining about the things that miss out of them barrel. You understand? Them pull your barrel and then steal out the things them out of your barrel before you even come, and then you have to pay this whole heap of money, and when you get your barrel, your things are gone. And it's not, and it is not on the overseas side. It is in Jamaica. You understand? So we want, please, sir, I'm asking if Mr. Mark Golding or anyone from the PNP side is listening.
So why are we not calling on the government though? Why are we not calling on the government? Isn't it the government,
but
the ministry,
seems like
the Minister of Finance is where I think we should be calling, because I think it's the Minister of Finance responsible for certain things in terms of custom duty and all of them things.
Yeah, we are asking, please. We are asking, please. And the next thing again, I would want to ask, all right, you know, when you're coming down, you always get a piece of paper
at the airport.
If you have barrel.
Yes.
At the airport.
Yes.
So mine is running out. It is almost going 6 months now. And I said my barrels are there from December. So I want to know if that paper is still invalid, because
it's
is
still
not
valid. You
our
want to know if it's still valid, not invalid. If it's invalid, it's not good. You want to know if it's still valid.
If it is still valid. Yeah, if it is still valid. Sorry. I want to know, because
you are not the only person. You are not the only person. There are a lot of calls, a lot of people calling out. As I said, I've gotten calls. People are saying that talk about it, Shaka, because we barreled out the wharf. As me say, a brethren of mine call, him barreled out the wharf from before him left England. And him left England and come and gone back to England and not get the wharf. But Mr. Vaz, it's a Buju fi call him. I don't know if I only who big up in a society can call him. So maybe you can call Mr. Vaz.
Oh, God.
He said Buju shouldn't make no noise. Buju should have just call him. So, Mr. Vaz, we now make no noise. We are called upon you, Mr. Vaz. A whole heap of people have them barrel at the wharf, and them need to get the barrels them off of the wharf. Please and thanks, Mr. Vaz.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, caller.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Whole heap of things, a bag of things, a crocus bag of things. 876-804-7072. Somebody's saying that they don't pay a water rate. All politicians pay a water rate and light bill and taxes. All members of parliament are taxed, and the tax is taken out of them salary before them get it. Yeah? Them pay income tax. Yeah? Them pay NIS, them pay education tax, them pay NHT. Yeah? And them have to pay all their utilities. Yes, government pays some of them for them. You remember when Arlisha did rack up this hefty phone bill? You remember it? And who else did rack up some hefty phone bill? One PNP MP did rack up something, you know. Some hefty phone bill. But, as I said, the theme for February is Reggae Month. Jamaica's biggest missed opportunity. And we now stop talking about it because we are wasting and squandering a glorious opportunity to create wealth for our people. Some people are saying that is because poor people will benefit from the culture and the creative industry. Why they're not going to really invest in it? That is why they ought to invest in it. Go ahead, caller.
Colin.
Yes, I.
Yeah, just listen to the lady and the barrel them a while ago. And the lie the lady I tell you now.
No, I don't lie she tell. Whole heap of people have barrel down there and can't get it, man. I know that.
I listen to man, the whole and the people them barrel to till a certain time. And when time you go down to do the paperwork, me send down 3 barrels down the Colin. 3 barrels me send down there.
Yeah.
And if you just do the paperwork alone, then charge me $34,000 just for paperwork alone.
How much?
Just to do the $34,200. Just to do the paperwork. That's what the agency charged me $34,000. And my brother sent down about 4 barrels. And that's nearly $80,000 the paperwork them charge them.
Why,
paperwork.
And why not barrel them so?
Food, straight food. So when them do them hold on, when them are in Colin, they hold on for the people them buy the barrel them they know, but them keep them see the people them pay in extra money for the time where the barrel them there.
And pay storage.
Yes. And that them do with the people them down there. And so, when I'm there to myself, when my wife go pick up the barrel them, 2 of my barrel are 3/4 barrel of stuff she get.
Oh God, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. Nobody now going down a barrel. Why not do that?
I show, yes, I see you say it ago, and whole people are complaining. If you follow us in Facebook right now, people are complaining. All them barrel and get shot. Them are keep out them barrel long there.
So who are going at the people in barrel?
Me no know. But the people them down at Jamaica, wharf is the people them are going at the people them down at the workers them down there going at people are going to poison them down there. You know?
Our people at the warehouse. Our people at the warehouse them.
The warehouse down at Jamaica and the upper country and the foreign night come from down there when you reach down there.
Oh, no know that.
When you reach down there.
Oh, no say no foreign people them at teeth out somehow or something.
No, Colin. We know different things. We know what is what when you reach down at them. We know what is what.
You know.
And down there the people them at teeth for the people them things. And when you see when my wife go pick up the barrel, then put them in a zone and then color code the barrel them never do yet. Color code them. And then they set a barrel then up in. This one time my wife open my barrel, I'm going there.
Yeah.
I barrel 3/4 goods. 3/4 goods. This something them pack on top. 3/4 goods them took out. The barrel 3/4.
Gilly said, Shaka the caller is talking the truth. Same thing happened to me last month. Lord God.
Yes, when I put my barrel, I have to go up on top of it and sit down. Me and my brother have to go up on top of the barrel and sit down and get it lock and sitting.
Yeah.
And when you got the 3/4 barrel, you get. So, and I like the people, let me tell you something, man. People are going to get ties down there, people are going to get vexed and send them ties to people and get them to chuck it out.
Careful.
And then go pass it there, people are going to get bad.
Yeah, because
no, I'm not careful to tell the truth.
No, but hold on. Hold on. If what you are saying is true, there's also a possibility that they are taking from your barrel and selling it to innocent people, or maybe carry one and give them family with innocent. Yes. So, Lord, do.
Right.
Me I beg you.
Yes. So that's the problem. So people will get vexed and them sitting down and you're going to hear with people like you know they do the same thing down there with people goods. And the people them can't go tell them where their family send for and friends. We not send to family alone, no, we send to neighbor too. Because we send my 3 barrel and my neighbor, they must get to the 3 barrel.
We're calling on the authorities to do something about the clog up at the wharf. Because the wharf.
People will do bad things. People will do bad things with them.
They are also announcing that there's this backup of barrels and boxes at the wharf that they need to clear. So the government, we're calling on the government and not calling on the opposition. The opposition has no power to do nothing in the instance that the most the opposition can do is maybe going to the parliament and ask question what is causing the backlog and why people who have shipped their barrel ready to clear it can't get the necessary information so as to go and clear their barrels.
When them hold on for them pay storage fee. A storage fee money them a collect. And the agency when you send the barrel to them a collect storage fee, which is where them have to collect storage fee and paperwork to collect the 3 food barrels. 3 food barrels collect $34,300.
$34,300. Barrel normally cost so
Yes.
much if I just food.
And you know, another paperwork that. You just go collect it back and pay for the do little paperwork in the agency. And that then charge them there.
All right, my brother, give thanks.
And then you walk up here, pay one next whole heap of different money in the walk again. And then you have to pay this whole heap of money. Yes, after I got with you, the woman not tell a lie, and I'm not lying to tell you that.
All right, sir. Respect and thanks.
Yeah, man, cool.
876-804-7072. Why people going through the hassle of sending food to Jamaica? Carry your money and buy grocery down here. Somebody from Andre program had the same issue today. Caller, change your shipping company. The workers and the security is involved. When people them hear the storage charge, them run it too high. That's what I paid, $34,500. Hey. Any news on the Barbados election? I don't hear no news on the Barbados election yet. Let me send a message over Barbados to see if me hear nothing on the election. Let me send a message over Barbados. Yeah. Okay, I see something coming from Barbados. You know, look like them start. Oh, the poll closing Barbados at 6 o'clock, you know. 6 o'clock the polls close. It is now 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. So, hopefully within another half an hour or so, we should start getting information from Barbados to hear what is happening in the election over there. And we expect Mio Motley to be returned. I am telling you what I expect. I expect Mio Motley to be returned as Prime Minister for Barbados. And as you hear Mio Motley say, is our sister party. And me no want have nothing or nobody to call our name in a no mix up with Jamaica Labour Party or market me. We're calling on the Minister of Transport though. Because I think the wharf, some aspects of the wharf may come under Mr. Vaz's portfolio. And we're calling on 10 minutes to 6 where? No, man, it's 10 minutes to 7 in Barbados. Barbados is an hour ahead of Jamaica. And even in Jamaica right now, it's 10 minutes to 7. So, it's 9 minutes to 8 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean right now. Mr. Bell, did you speak on Mr. Vaz and the Auditor General? Well, as I mentioned it to Obi that I saw a clip that he said that, let me go back to that clip. Let me go back to that release that was sent to me. And the release says, Telecommunications Minister says he accepts Auditor General report. No, he accepts Auditor General position about procurement breaches in relation to acquisition of Starlink devices. So, we don't know if he come down off and pong some pride or off of the high horse that he was on the other day. When him say, him not do nothing wrong. And if him do it again, he will do it again. There are a couple of things that are not letting go in Reggae Month and Black History Month. Anybody see Miss Charles, former Member of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas? Anybody see her? Remember, we still have our invoice for stuff that was collected. Yeah? Stuff that was collected after Rosemary Shaw was sworn in as member of parliament. So we're looking for this lady here. Where's she there? Where's she there? Where's she there? Hold on. Me find her. We are looking for this lady here. Come up on the screen. Yes. This lady we're looking for her. Remember, we have a receipt, we have an invoice that says 1 month after Rosemary Shaw was sworn in as MP. Michelle Charles, did you send your driver to pick up stuff on the Constituency Development Fund money more than a month after you were booted from Eastern St. Thomas? We're still looking for Michelle Charles. Anybody see her? Tell her, say we have the invoice. We are also looking for Mr. Vaz too, you know. Mr. Darrell. We want to see documents them for your boss, sir. The boss them, sir. We want to see the documents for the bosses. We're not letting it go. No, I don't know if she wanted it yet because I need to talk back to Rosemary Shaw to find out if she had made a report to the police. Because this should be a police matter. But we're also looking for Mr. Vaz. Mr. Vaz, we want to see the receipt for the boss, sir. We want to help you to investigate because Nationwide not investigating the boss them. They tell us about Jack then, sir, but they not tell us about the next 3 companies. The Auditor General says 4 companies that benefited. Hold on. But me never tell you to say Dennis Garden breaks silent. Hold on. Me never have that. Where there? There's something about Dennis Garden, you know. Dennis Garden made a statement that say him not do nothing wrong. Wait there. I did cut that. Is it this? Hold on. See it here. Make us send it over so we can play it for now. Because me hear all Juliet Cuthbert Flynn in the parliament yesterday said that must go back to the ethics committee. Every day you call for receipt from Vaz. Yes, we not stop calling for it until we get it. Because that $1.4 billion somebody stole some. That never go in a buses alone. I do respect the help he gives, but he begs too much. He begs too much and take advantage of old people. Who that? I do respect the help he gives, but he begs too much and take advantage of the old people. I don't know. I don't know. We attack. I don't understand the rest of the message. I don't understand the message there. But hear this.
The Jackden Group of Companies has broken its silence on recent media reports and public commentary arising from the Auditor General's report following a performance audit of the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI. In a statement issued yesterday, Jackden has denied that the Auditor General's report made any adverse findings against it. It stated that while the report identified administrative and systemic failures within UHWI's internal procurement and customs-related processes, it did not conclude that Jackden caused or directed those failures. Jackden says its engagement with UHWI is conducted under formal agreements and in accordance with the policies and all applicable procedures. Additionally, all services provided are properly documented and form part of institutional engagements. Jackden says any suggestion that the Auditor General's report makes adverse findings against it, represents an incorrect interpretation, and is not supported by the contents of the report as tabled in Parliament. The company says it remains focused on delivering essential healthcare services and supporting Jamaica's health system through service, partnership, and responsible corporate citizenship.
That is from Jack Dennis Gordon, MP. Who not say beg too much? Somebody say, for I bet, all right, I beg you all right. I beg to second that. Beg too much for real. And then somebody say 45 minutes of begging. What's that? Jamaican politicians are the worst. Jamaican politicians are worse than Drunkro because Drunkro have shame. Michelle Charles is not a Jamaican. She's a Labourite. Gee. Who not say beg too much? If you not tell me, me ignore it because I don't know what I talk about. But we not stop asking for the documents for the bus, and we not stop asking for Michelle Charles. We need a response to that accusation of Michelle Charles spending CDF money after being booted out of Eastern St. Thomas. Anybody else moving at the urban center over St. Thomas yet? Because the urban center in Port Antonio is far advanced, you know. We hear says only KFC in there, and Rosemary Shaw, MP for Eastern St. Thomas, asked the Minister of Justice in the Parliament how much a month the court going to pay for rent. And him said the government going to buy it. Now is the government going to buy a building from the government? When I tell you to say it wasn't the government that built that urban center down at St. Thomas, I'm going to take it for joke. Marshy Wagwan. Marshy, turn off the TV.
How you do?
Me there, man.
How you do?
Me there.
Hey. All right. Now yourself, and you them a talk.
Me know say I know me, because me no beg a lot.
Yes.
Me uncle beg,
right,
me uncle beg people to subscribe and share the channel.
Yes.
I'm a beg God to bless me and keep me and cover me under His blood.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Now, me hear the information minister. I run a farm out and I pat themselves and them back about the what I call them the corruption index.
Yes.
And where with the anything and she attack how the integrity commission or whatever is a creature of this current government.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And the people them who in that thing and talk about corruption, them don't know what really are going on here. We can't we figure with them there. We can't
but Marshy, the government like to talk about themselves, you know. And that's why in the casino bill, they are saying that if a gambler having problem or addiction is the gambler must report on himself. They don't like third party reporting.
Yes.
So that's why they are saying that corruption index is low. They're not allowing anybody else to tell them whether corruption high or low.
Because let me tell you, I'm 72 years of age.
Why you got a
boy?
Corruption. Hey,
yes,
I'm got a boy.
Corruption. Yeah, man. Corruption, they're all over the place. From time to time, you know.
Yes.
But let me tell you, the worst we ever see it, you know.
Yeah, man. This is the most corrupt government Jamaica has ever had.
The worst it has ever been. And when anybody come out and try to tell you their little lie and foolishness, no, we are going to ignore them. But it's sickening where we have corruption. And the first we ever have the Prime Minister we can't certify, you know.
The first in history.
First in history, can't be certified. And one of the big corruption where we have is that the man put him friend at the FIB to clear him. What more corruption can you ever want? You put your friend to clear you. One more corruption we can't ever think about. It is bad, Colin. The thing is just bad.
Yes.
And now, this little thing will go on with the PNP and Damien and them accused Bunting. Now, the GLP, let me tell you something.
I
Respect them, do them play them politics,
Oh, you mean the GLP, they are masters at politics. Politicking.
Yes, man, and they're doing
politics.
them work, man.
PNP need to learn some politics too.
And the PNP if you get up off of where them sit down, man.
Yeah, man.
And go out there, go do the work. The GLP is doing their work. It named politics. And if you can fool some people, that is politics. You can't fool them. Saturday night, me and a labor, right? Close relative. And she tell me how good the economy is, And me know so me not to try convince her. Leave that. They have to just go out till then just buck up. So they know nothing about economy.
Did you ask her what is the growth or the economy is growing? At what percent the economy is growing?
No, me tell her about 0.8. And as long as zero at the beginning, you don't need to do no more maths,
No. So what she say about that?
It will drop over it, man. It's a duck. It was like a bounce and it's a duck. As long as zero there before the thing,
Yeah.
Kill everything. You get the point? And but I just said a while ago, the GLP is a mass that really can the people them, and they really can them big time. So now them are gonna ride this thing now, Them are gonna, you're not gonna hear none of them say anything about the KCC,
No, them don't know that. Them don't know about that.
Yeah, they don't know. Them are gonna just use all of them things to divert.
Because they don't see the bad mind down there. You must pick the beam out of your eye before you try to take you to anybody else's eye. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's called tunnel vision. Them only gonna look one way,
All right, my brother.
It is what it is.
It is what
it is. Easier, sir.
Marshall, bless you and thanks, yeah. Listeners and viewers, I want to thank everybody who called this evening. Mr. Neville that call. Neville, big up yourself. Want to thank you all for tuning in. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm asking you to subscribe. And it's one thing me I beg everybody upon the channel. Get 5 new subscribers for me. Please and thanks. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And we want to get there. We need your assistance. Get 5 more people to subscribe to the channel and watch the show. Because this is one way that we can protest. Yeah? When we have enough voices over here and talking out over here, they have to come and listen. There is strength in numbers. Yeah? Strength in numbers. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Good evening. You hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
All right. So, in terms of the argument about playing politics, me I try to understand what that means. Should persons and content creators still lie on the Jamaica Labour Party where there's no truth to the argument? Then is that what playing politics is?
On this channel, we say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So we not deal with lies. So if somebody is telling a lie, that's a lie. But also, you have some people who use lie to play politics. So them twist the truth and play politics with it.
Okay.
Like when me hear a man talk about debt to GDP and him start from 1990, him no mention 89, sorry, and when him reach 2007, him jump over 2007 from 2007 and got 2016. Them they are skill politics. So if you don't know your history, them bamboozle you.
Right. So I'm saying what is expected of the People's National Party supporters, especially the ones them online, where them for do them for use the same strategy as a ocean wide.
No,
no. That's what I don't understand when people say, "Oh, we PNP for play politics too."
No, listen what me mean. When me say, hold on. When me say PNP need to learn. But hold on, more explain it though. When me say PNP must learn to play politics. You see, like when, all right, had it been a PNP Prime Minister, statutory filing not certified, He would have to step down already. The GLP need to ease up. You understand? So PNP must learn how to use them position to drive home the interests of the people.
So you think so they did not do that enough?
No, they didn't do it enough.
Well, me disagree still. Disagree.
Let me tell you what I visualize. You see, all in the parliament, if me was a parliamentarian, every time Andrew Holness attack, me I get up and say, on a point of order, we need to hear about your statutory filing. Me know the speaker of the house are going to tell me if you sit down, but it would have been in the record and continue to be in the record. Me don't know if you remember how they did back up Fenton Ferguson, how they back up Kern Spencer and make Kern Spencer ball.
Right.
You understand? And them thing they may say PNP never vociferous enough dealing with them thing there. You see like how Marky G did. All right, you see like how Marky G did make him walk out of the parliament.
Right.
And then last year when Marky G Marky G left out that, he shouldn't left you out, he should have go back, same place and hit him again.
Right. All right, me understand that. Me not have no problem with that.
Yeah.
If I saw you mean,
and
where people are talking about, me all right with that. First time in the parliament panel is there like that.
Yes, man.
Punch them in the
make them uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, man. Me not have a problem with that.
Yeah, man.
No problem with that. Big up yourself. Me like the clarity because it sounded another way when me hear how much people are saying this. So me I wonder what they want the people to do. They want the people to follow the elaborate.
No, me no want to tell no lie. Because PNP have enough truth to come on social media and talk about. The GLP have enough scandal for we beat them, hammer them day, night.
Right.
Call the boss.
Talk about that.
When me see Darrell stand up in a parliament and I go look on PNP about, you don't think me a let you know off? And nobody say, hey, want to erase a bus them and the document for the bus them.
True.
Joke, we are joke, man. We are ramp.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Then definitely if you turn up on that the end there.
Yes, man. All yesterday, Mr. Julian get to crush them and not crush them. Me vex.
Yeah, they kind of too passive in that way.
Yeah, man. And them thing them mean when me say you have to deal with the politics side of it, man.
And you know, me have to say this, like Dayton Campbell needs to be more aggressive. Like when they win a campaign.
Yeah, me don't know why I'm toned down. But him tone way down. Yeah, animal look things for him people them, but me not think you need to beg. You need to demand. All right, my brother. Respect.
Big up yourself, Colin.
Yeah, man. One love. My viewers and listeners, big up yourself, Bowler. I want to thank everybody this evening for tuning in. We are going to run right now because we have to run. Thanks, everybody. Please remember, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Wednesday evening. Join us again Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, when we'll be back with much more hard-hitting commentary talking about governance. The best discussion on governance right here. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again Saturday morning, peace be with you. One love.